Hello guys, and welcome back to How to Feed the Beast in Minecraft. Today we're going to be sticking with the Forestry mod, and I'm going to show you how to build and use a peat bog. And this will allow us to start automating the production of peat for use in the peat-fired engines we made in the previous episodes. So let's pop on over to the workshop and start the construction. Okay, so welcome back to my workshop. This is familiar to most of you. Let's head on over to the chest where I've got everything prepared that we need to make this peat bog. So here in the chest are the ingredients you will need to make the peat bog itself. 4 glass cubes, 8 bars of bronze. In total you will need 8 redstone, 1 tin ingot and 5 copper ingots. So we will take those over and let's just start our power on, because we're going to be using some of the machines we built in the last couple of episodes. So first of all, the carpenter. What we need to do here, get some buckets of water and pop those here into the carpenter to fill it with water. You don't need it completely full, but you will need water on the right hand side to be able to build this next item. Now what we're going to build in here is the simple circuit, and that's quite easy to build. We take our tin ingot and place that in the middle. Now as you can see, I only have 1 tin ingot here and I still have it in my inventory. That's because anything you place here in the left hand side at the top is just part of the recipe. It doesn't actually consume them. So if I then go with the redstone, as you can see, the number I'm holding doesn't decrease. So 1 tin in the middle, 3 redstone down either side, and as you can see, that produces this simple circuit. So what I need to do now is put 6 redstone and 1 tin ingots in here, and that will actually start to produce the simple circuit. And that should be fairly quick. There we go, we have our circuit. Next we're going to go over to our thermionic fabricator. Now what we will need here is something to melt. So I've got some glass, I've got a stack of glass there. I'll just drop that in and that will start melting for us. What we're going to build here is the copper electron tubes that we need. So again, that's fairly easy. Copper needs to be placed in an inverted T and a redstone either side, and that will produce for us 4 copper electron tubes. So let's take those back over to our crafting table, and with our 8 bronze, just as you've seen before, we're going to go all the way around the edge and make a sturdy bronze casing. Okay, then on the crafting table, the bronze casing goes in the middle, the basic circuit board goes at the bottom, the 4 glass cubes go in the 4 corners, and then 3 of the 4 electron tubes go in the remaining spaces, and that gives us our peat bog. So let's head over to the greenhouse and start to set up this peat bog. So welcome to my greenhouse. This is a little building that I put together especially for this purpose. Let's step inside. So what you can see here is I have a little area sunk into the floor ready for our peat bog. The outer square here is 15 blocks by 15 blocks wide, and this is the maximum area that the peat bog will tend to. Now the peat bog also keeps a 9 by 9 block in the centre as empty space, and this is useful because you may want to put other machinery in here, chests, pipes for automation later on. So what you need is a 15 by 15 space. It doesn't need to be indoors, you can do this outside or anywhere, but make sure you've got sufficient space, and then in the centre you want to put down your peat bog. Now in the peat bog you want to make sure this left hand side is full of bog earth. This is where you put your bog earth in that will be deployed. On the right hand side there's a space for dirt, but dirt is an output, a byproduct. You need an engine connecting to the peat bog. In this case we have a peat fired engine, obviously it needs peat for fuel, and a lever to turn the process on and off. Now the first time you turn the peat fired engine on, it will actually clear out the required space. So if you've got any structures built within the 15 by 15 space, it will actually destroy anything that's in there, and it also works up and down as well. So I believe it's 5 squares up and 5 squares down. So if you have a low ceiling, it may take bits of your ceiling away. and it does take a little while to get going. So what I've done here, I've actually already had the engine running for a little while, and it did destroy a bit of my ceiling and my inner wall, but I waited till it had finished mapping out the area. I've turned the engine off, I've rebuilt my little wall here on the inside and patched up the ceiling, and now all that is ready to do is flip the switch and turn the engine back on and let it do its thing. So here we go. So now the peat bog has finished destroying the area of all my hard work building bounding walls, it is now placing the bog earth blocks around the 15 by 15 area, and it will space them out in such a way that it can actually put the water automatically for you in the irrigation channels in between the blocks of bog earth. In this 15 by 15 area, you will find that you will have 128 blocks of bog earth and 16 squares of water. And what will happen is, if you decide to harvest any of the mature bog earth when it turns to peat, the peat bog will automatically replenish it with fresh bog earth, providing you keep the peat bog topped up, of course. Now, in the next episode, we will be adding some more automation in the form of a turbary. What a turbary allows us to do is automatically harvest the mature bog earth, so the turbary will harvest the peat and replace the peat with a dirt block. Then the peat bog will replace that dirt block with bog earth, and the cycle continues. But that's a project for next time. So thank you for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed this video and found it helpful. If you have, please, as usual, like, subscribe and share this video. If you have any ideas for future episodes, if there's a particular machine or item that you'd like to see, please send me a message or leave it in the comments below, and I'll see you next time.